All right, guys, and welcome to the second part of this tutorial where we're going to hack flash loans. We just operated a basic flash loan operation. So we showed you and explained to you how to do a basic flash loan where we borrowed 10,000 DAI and repaid it. And we showed you how that flow works. But now let's look at the biggest use case of flash loans. Let's look at how we can actually exploit arbitrage opportunities while using flash loans, right? So now we're going to do a flash loan on Uniswap. All right, so this is funny illustration where people that are getting into DeFi first getting into Ethereum. Wow, cool. Then you get into decentralized finance, then you're actually forking some different codes and you're like, wow, interesting. And then you are buying tokens on Uniswap and then it clicks and then you're fully into the next cyber utopia. So with flash loan lending, basically a trader can buy a token on a decentralized exchange, sell the token on another decentralized exchange for a higher price, repay the bank, and pocket the arbitrage profit in a single atomic transaction. This transcript is actually from the research from around 2 years ago when Max Wolf first published the paper about flash loans. And that is what we're gonna do today. But maybe not everybody knows what an arbitrage is. So an arbitrage is a purchase and sale of an asset in order to profit from a difference in the asset price between markets. It's a trade that profits by exploiting the price difference of identical or similar financial instruments of different markets or in different forms. So, what does this mean? This basically means that let's look at an example that's like a little bit outside DeFi. We have Binance and we have Coinbase. On Coinbase, the Bitcoin price is $10,000, and on Binance, the price is $9,950. This is a small arbitrage opportunity. If you this is a small arbitrage opportunity, you could buy then Bitcoin on Coinbase, then withdraw the Bitcoin from Coinbase, then send your Bitcoin to Binance, sell the Bitcoin for it's not super easy concept, but it's all the way around. So like let's say the the Bitcoin price on Coinbase is $9,950. The Bitcoin price on Binance is $10,000. You buy your Bitcoin for $9,950. You withdraw it, then you deposit it on Binance and you sell it for $10,000. So you pocketed $50. Well, nice, but that's a lot of work for not that much money that you will gain. Well, in a decentralized spectrum, if we see one decentralized chain, another decentralized chain, we can actually trade very quickly between them. In a more centralized matter, we need to withdraw it, and there is actually a time factor in play there. Maybe after all those block confirmations that we need on Bitcoin, the time has already passed and the arbitrage opportunity is already gone and maybe shifted around and we lose money. So it's normally quite a hard game. But now with decentralized exchanges, it becomes more and more easy and more instant, and especially when we're using flash loans. All right. Now, before we're going to dive deeper into the hands-on example of an arbitrage flash loan, let's go to Remix and let's set up a fresh Remix file, a Remix empty file, and name it arbitrage flash loan. And in this, you can start your workspace. Let's again get some test ETH from the Kovan test network, and let's get some test Kovan assets. In this case, I want you to get some DAI from the faucet, and I want you to get some BAT tokens, some basic attention tokens from the faucet. So DAI tokens from the faucet and basic attention tokens from the faucet. If when you actually when you call the faucet and you don't see the token show up in your wallet, please add the token contract to your MetaMask account so that the tokens will show up. All right. So now also for this arbitrage opportunity, we did actually something pretty cool. We thought like, how can we best explain arbitrage opportunities and how can we best explain flash loans? I think the best way to do this is by creating a playground. So because if you actually are going in the real world, it's pretty hard to find these this arbitrage flash loan opportunities, because there's already quite a lot of smart people in the market constantly looking for these opportunities. Sometimes they do arise. So if you're actually full-time looking into the markets, looking at different decentralized exchanges, and having your flash loans ready, if you see one, and then you can exploit it. But that's a more in-depth and more advanced process. You first need to understand the basics. If you understand the basics, you can then play with the big boys and start hacking and gaining huge profits by yourself. So what we did to achieve this playground, we made a clone of Uniswap. So we have a Uniswap version 1 and a Uniswap version 2. And as I explained before, there's in DeFi 101, there is an in-depth explanation about Uniswap. And then during the yield hacking course, I go more in depth into Uniswap. And also in the next video, I will also explain a little bit more about the inner workings of pools and Uniswap itself. You set up the Uniswap exchange, and actually we created this own arbitrage opportunity because we are the ones that were actually providing the liquidity to the Ethereum BET pair and to the BET and Ethereum pair. In our example, we will actually use DAI to BET and BET to DAI, because that's a little bit more visual and a bit more easier to understand. So here we have it. This is Uniswap version 1. You see this URL. It's also linked in the description below. And here is Uniswap version 2. And you can see here we actually embedded the BET token and the DAI token. And then if we look at this now here in the video, you will see there is we created this constant arbitrage opportunity. And with this, we're now going to hack this arbitrage opportunity with a flash loan. And I wonder if the markets will ever rebalance themselves, because we created these testnet fake cloned markets. The question now is, if a lot of people are now performing all these flash loans, will we act as individuals that understand, hey, we want to make this profit, and that the two exchanges might go balance themselves up, or will people destroy our playground? And actually, you cannot really destroy it, but will the spread and the arbitrage opportunities only become bigger? Let's see what happens in this experiment. I'm looking forward to start this hack together with you. And in the next video, again, together with Rob, we're going to exploit and we're going to start this arbitrage flash loan. And again, if there's questions, if you have any features you want to add, star us, fork us, follow us on GitHub, and create a request or submit an issue if you have anything you want to add, or you want to remove, or you want to have as a suggestion. Let me know. And also, as always, discuss with me on the Toshi Times or on the Ivan Tech forum. Thank you very much, and I see you in the next slide, and where we're going to perform the arbitrage opportunity.